Hello from team, it's HS2 Risky and welcome to our presentation on Challenge 14 looking at the HS2 risk management data. Challenge 14 was about delving deeper into the world of project risk management and deploying our technical and project management skills to design the future state for HS2's risk management approach. For the project, there were 4 key user stories that we chose to address. These were the requirements from the risk manager, risk owner, project manager, and senior decision maker. A common theme amongst their acceptance criteria was a requirement for confidence in the data presented, high levels of detail and analytics insight, and a deeper understanding of how to assess the project risk at both a program and a contract level. To provide some context to the challenge, we believe that effective management of project risk starts right at the early stages of its life cycle. At project initiation, it's important to understand what your vision is for risk management and what level of analytics is required. During the planning phase, mapping out your project-specific requirements is important, as this will determine your success during the implementation and execution phases. Efficiency of the performance and monitoring phase can all be tied back to a well-thought-out plan and result in successful closure of the project. During the hackathon, our team used a Kanban board to track our current progress and capture all of our initial ideas into an ordered backlog. By the end of day 1, our hack was well underway and we'd added some additional elements to the sprint backlog, as we were progressing well with our tasks and additional ideas had been developed. By the end of the project, we had completed a large amount of our backlog and achieved the vision we'd set out to. Some elements of our solution remained underdeveloped, and we'd like to recommend these for themes for future hacks. Reflecting on the challenge, we identified some key challenges to achieving our vision, which were reduced contact with our project sponsor on the day of the hack, working with a new data processing language, and a limited data set that made validation of our data extremely difficult. The solution that we created for Challenge 14 centers around a project risk management dashboard that has the ability to pull together risks from across the HS2 program. To meet the acceptance criteria of senior decision makers, it was important that our tool gave instant program oversight and an overall risk exposure summary. The second feature on our dashboard is the ability to view trends in risks over time. Paired with risk location, this can provide powerful insights into where risks are occurring and track their occurrence rate over time to spot trends. The final element of this dashboard display is looking at a summary of both open and closed risks to enable immediate triage by the risk owner and project manager and highlight their impact on the project. A key theme within the user stories was the ability to view risks in detail and understand more about their root cause. This section of the dashboards allows users to select risks based on its impact to cost and schedule delay to reveal key risk details such as cost exposure, number of times the risk has occurred, and when throughout the project this risk has been live. After creating the initial dashboards, we realized as a team that there was much more we could do to filter the data than Power BI could offer. We worked to develop some code that used natural language processing to identify keyword frequency within risk descriptions. This let us extract key themes that were previously unharnessed. Our model performed well, achieving just under 70% confidence in the category selection across 3 main areas of cost, schedule delay, and risk to the environment. Using this code, we wanted to see where we could exploit this further and realized that emails hold a lot of information about projects that typically goes undocumented due to the volume of information being sent and how difficult it is to record. Our tool is the first step in being able to take data held within these email threads to track live events such as crews not turning up for work or equipment failure that in a traditional setup may never go recorded in the risk logs. We see real value in this toolset, as if we imported it into our Power BI dashboard, risk owners and risk managers could be alerted to new information about their risks or act on events that may otherwise go undocumented. In our dashboard, we're able to use these keywords to filter historical risks and provide some benchmarking metrics to risk managers. This not only provides better quality risk entries in the register, but could also be a valuable tool during project planning as it provides some accurate benchmarking data. An additional feature to our solution, we've integrated external datasets to provide a 15-day weather forecast for the HS2 sites. This data would allow project managers and risk owners to be proactive about their risks and start to shift towards a preemptive mindset rather than reactive. So for question 1, the first step to develop that risk catalogue was to look at all of the places that we were missing data, and from there create dummy data that really enables our analysis. But this also served as criteria for HS2 that they can use when they're planning future risk analytic tools. Then to evaluate historical risks, a key feature was being able to identify keywords to properly categorize our data. As HS2 is a large product that's got thousands of risks in its live risk register, it's really important to reduce reliance on risk managers' knowledge of the project. And we think that natural language processing and using a variety of text fields within the projects would really help fill those knowledge gaps and enable a better risk comparison. For question 2, for us, the main purpose of creating a Power BI dashboard was to introduce a visual element to the risk and move away from outdated risk logs towards the live data collection and really predictive risk analysis. So we added in a variety of additional navigation and filtering options to the dashboard to make the data really highly customizable to any user group, and also remove any need for them to interact with the tools we use to develop the dashboard, like the APIs, the Power BI and Power Query, and also the natural language processing. For question 3, being able to present the impacts all comes down to being able to see that the event is at risk of occurring in the first place. Using our forecast weather data, we're showing proof of concept to link forecast data sources with live and historical risks to generate a likelihood and a real impact of those events happening. This, combined with the ability to better categorize thousands of historic HS2 risks through keyword analysis, will mean that trend forecast models will become more accurate and projects will be able to achieve